Right now, dealerships across America are quietly slashing prices on a specific group of SUVs, and on the surface, the numbers look incredible. $10,000, $15,000, or even $20,000 off the sticker price. But before you sign that 60-month loan, you need to understand one word: orphan. In 2026, 7 major SUVs are officially disappearing from the American market. Buying one of these today means you are buying a vehicle with no future, no successor, and a resale value that is about to drop off a cliff. Today, we're counting down the 7 SUVs that will disappear in 2026, and exactly why you must stop buying them. Number 7. Dodge Hornet, the 3-year failure. The Dodge Hornet is officially the shortest-lived experiment in modern Dodge history. In January 2026, Stellantis confirmed that production of the Hornet has come to a permanent halt. If you see one on a lot today, you aren't looking at a new model, you are looking at a leftover from a failed project. The Hornet was doomed from the start. It was a Frankenstein vehicle, a rebadged Alfa Romeo Tonale imported from Italy that never sat right with the Dodge faithful. The numbers tell a story of a total market rejection. In 2025, Hornet sales collapsed by over 54%, with Dodge moving fewer than 9,400 units nationwide. To put that in perspective, the ancient Dodge Durango outsold it nearly 9-1. But the final nail in the coffin was the policy shift regarding 25% tariffs on Italian-made imports. Suddenly, $42,000 compact SUV became a $55,000 liability that no one wanted to buy. Beyond the economics, the Hornet is a mechanical nightmare. It is currently embroiled in a massive recall involving 27,000 units for a collapsing brake pedal assembly. Imagine trying to stop your sporty crossover only for the pedal arm to physically snap off or disconnect. With the model officially discontinued, the resale value is currently in a free fall. In 2026, a 1-year-old Hornet is already losing 60% of its MSRP at auction. Buying a Hornet today isn't just a bad car choice, it's a total financial wipeout. Number 6. Jaguar F-Pace, the end of the ICE era. On December 19, 2025, the last internal combustion engine Jaguar ever built, a black F-Pace SVR, rolled off the assembly line at the Solihull plant. For 2026, Jaguar has officially ceased production of all gas-powered vehicles. The brand is now in a state of silent transition, retooling its entire operation to launch as an ultra-luxury EV-only brand later this year, with cars starting north of $150,000. If you buy a new F-Pace in 2026, you are buying a zombie asset from a brand that is actively trying to forget its past. Jaguar's new strategy involves moving away from the mass market to compete with Bentley and Lucid. This means the dealership network you see today is going to shrink, and the service support for your gas-powered SUV is going to become a secondary priority. The F-Pace was Jaguar's best seller, but it has always been plagued by the Ingenium engine's timing chain failures and high-voltage cooling leaks. With the brand shifting entirely to the Jaguar electrified architecture, parts for these legacy gas models are already seeing price hikes and back orders. Buying an F-Pace in 2026 is like buying a high-end film camera right as the world went digital. It's beautiful, it sounds great, but it's an orphan in a world that has moved on. Number 5. Ford Escape, the mainstream casualty. The Ford Escape has been a staple of American driveways for a quarter century, but for 2026, the road has finally ended. Ford has officially stopped production at the Louisville assembly plant to begin a massive $2 billion retooling for a new all-electric mid-sized pickup. While the Escape was a reliable volume seller, it fell victim to Ford's new fewer, better strategy. Ford decided they'd rather sell you a rugged Bronco Sport or a Maverick pickup than a commodity crossover. There is a very specific trap for 2026 Escape buyers. Because of stricter emissions laws, Ford is only selling the final run of 2026 Escapes in 44 states. If you live in California, New York, or Massachusetts, you literally cannot buy one new because the powertrain doesn't meet the updated 2026 mandates. This creates a restricted market that will crush the car's resale value in those states. Furthermore, the Escape's long-term reliability scores have plummeted due to recurring transmission rough shifting and cooling system glitches. While parts will be available for years, the prestige and support for the Escape nameplate are gone. By 2027, the Escape will just be another generic used car on a lot, with zero manufacturer support to keep its value afloat. If you want a Ford crossover, buy the Bronco Sport. Otherwise, you're just buying a vehicle that Ford itself has deemed not worth keeping. Number 4. Kia Soul, the icon's final bow. After 17 years and over 1.5 million units sold, the hamsters have officially left the building. For the 2026 model year, the Kia Soul is no more. This wasn't just another subcompact crossover. It was a cultural icon that single-handedly defined the boxy segment, outliving the Scion XB and the Nissan Cube. But in 2026, the Soul has officially become a victim of its own success and a shifting market that demands all-wheel drive, something the front drive-only Soul never offered. The sales data tells the story of a slow fade. At its peak, in 2016, Kia was moving over 154,000 Souls a year. By 2024, that number had plummeted to just 52,000. Kia has decided to fill the void with the new K4 sedan as the budget leader and the Seltos as the primary small SUV. If you buy one of the last remaining 2025 Soulmate Edition models sitting on lots in 2026, you are buying a piece of history, but you're also buying into a dead-end nameplate. The warning here is simple. While the Soul is generally reliable, its resale value has always been tied to its cool factor among younger buyers. With the model discontinued, that cachet is evaporating. In a few years, your 2025 Soul won't be a fun, quirky crossover. It will just be an old, boxy hatchback from a deadline. If you need an affordable Kia, buy the Seltos. It has a future, and more importantly, it has the AWD system that will actually help it hold its value. Number 3. Cadillac XT6, the forgotten luxury hauler. The Cadillac XT6 was always a bridge vehicle, a three-row SUV meant to give families an Escalade-light experience without the six-figure price tag. But for 2026, Cadillac is officially burning that bridge. The XT6 has been discontinued in North America to make room for the all-new, all-electric Vistic. Cadillac is on a mission to become a 100% EV brand by 2030, and the aging XT6, with its uninspired V6 and shared platform with the Chevy Traverse, simply didn't fit the high-tech image GM wants for the brand. The XT6 was never a segment leader. It consistently trailed behind the Acura MDX and Lincoln Aviator in sales and prestige. It was a sensible choice, but in the luxury world, sensible usually means forgettable. Because the XT6 is being replaced by an EV that looks like a spaceship, the old gas-powered XT6 is going to look like a relic overnight. Buying a new XT6 in 2026 is a massive depreciation trap. Luxury buyers are fickle. They want the latest and greatest. The moment the Vistic hits showrooms, the XT6 will be relegated to the used rental fleet category in the eyes of the market. Expect trade-in values to crater. If you want a three-row Cadillac, either wait for the Vistic or step up to the Escalade, because the XT6 is a dead man walking on the dealership lot. Number 2. Infiniti QX50 and QX55, the VC turbo disaster. Infiniti is a brand in the middle of a desperate renaissance, and as part of that cleanup, they are officially axing the QX50 and its coupe sibling, the QX55, for the 2026 model year. These vehicles were supposed to be Infiniti's tech masterpieces, featuring the world's first variable compression turbo engine. On paper, it was brilliant, an engine that could change its compression ratio on the fly to balance power and efficiency. In reality, it was a mechanical science project that never quite worked. The 2026 discontinuation is a mercy killing. The VC turbo engine was hampered by a CVT transmission that sucked the soul out of the driving experience and failed to deliver the promised fuel economy gains. Furthermore, the 2026 data shows that the long-term reliability of those complex variable compression components is questionable at best, leading to high repair costs that have scared away used buyers. Infiniti is moving upmarket to focus on the high-margin QX60 and the massive QX80. By killing off the QX50, they are essentially admitting defeat in the compact luxury segment. If you buy a QX50 or QX55 now, you are buying a vehicle with an experimental engine that is no longer in production for the American market. When that complex turbo system fails at 70,000 miles, you'll be hunting for specialized parts for a car that the manufacturer has already abandoned. Stay far away from the clearance deals on these. They are priced low for a very good reason. Number 1. Nissan Ariya, the EV pioneer that didn't sell. Here comes Nissan Ariya, a vehicle that was supposed to be Nissan's big comeback in the electric space. But by late 2025, Nissan made the shocking announcement. They are pausing all production and imports of the Ariya for the US market for the 2026 model year. While they haven't used the word canceled yet, the reality is that the Ariya has become a victim of a perfect storm of economic factors that make it impossible to sell in America right now. The first issue is the 15% import tariff, because the Ariya is built exclusively in Tochigi, Japan, it doesn't qualify for the US federal EV tax credits, and the import duties make it significantly more expensive than its locally built rivals like the Tesla Model Y or the Chevy Blazer EV. Nissan has essentially been eating these costs to stay competitive, but in 2026, their financial woes have made that strategy unsustainable. Nissan is now shifting every available dollar to the launch of the all-new 2026 Leaf, which will be a cheaper, more mass-market-focused crossover. Buying an Ariya in 2026 is a massive risk because of technological obsolescence. EV tech is moving at the speed of smartphones. A paused model quickly falls behind in charging speeds, battery chemistry, and software updates. If Nissan isn't actively updating the Ariya's software platform for the American market, your $50,000 SUV will feel like a relic within 24 months. Dealers are desperate to move their remaining 2025 inventory, but with no 2026 model on the horizon, the resale value is projected to be among the worst in the EV segment. It is a brilliant, comfortable EV that has unfortunately been orphaned by global trade wars and shifting corporate priorities. The temptation to buy one of these 7 SUVs for a clearance deal is going to be incredibly strong. You'll see the manager's special signs and the $15,000 discounts, but you have to look past the sticker price. In 2026, the cost of a car isn't just what you pay at the dealership, it's what that car is worth 3 years later and how much it costs to keep it on the road. Buying an orphan SUV means you are taking a massive gamble on parts availability and technician expertise. When a model disappears, the manufacturer's focus shifts elsewhere, and so does the secondary market's interest. If a brand isn't willing to stand behind a model and keep building it, why should you be the one to keep driving it? Stick to the vehicles with a clear future. Check the manufacturer's 5-year roadmap, and don't let a dealer's desperation become your financial burden. Thanks for watching, stay smart with your money, and I'll see you in the next one.